time, however, to get to our Ask the Lawyer feature with attorney for the injured, Bruce L. Scheiner. Let's see if your question gets some attention today from Bruce Scheiner. Would you please help me welcome Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured. Good morning, Bruce.
Hey, good morning, Todd. How are you doing this beautiful morning?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. Thank you for asking.
Not that I would expect any less from you. You're always doing so well. You certainly do enjoy life, don't you?
Well, your glass is either half full or it's half empty, and I like it half full much better.
Right. I understand. And, of course, with your 50-plus years practicing law, you have a wealth of experience in our area, in our state, to help people with problems. And that's something else I know you enjoy, because you and I have spoken at length about that, how much you enjoy helping people. It's something that was passed down from your father.
Well, the good news is I'm working on my second 50.
That's right. We expect to be having these conversations for a long time to come.
I hope so.
All right. Let's get into today's question. Another thoroughly modern situation, with all of the modern things that are available to us between Ubers and Lyfts and Airbnbs and that kind of thing. It gets to be a little fuzzy as far as the law goes for a layperson, so we're glad to have you kind of sharpen the focus a little bit. I'm going to read you exactly what the email says, and you can weigh in. You ready?
I'm ready, Todd.
Okay, it says, our friend's family rented an Air BnB in Florida. They had their elderly mother who went into the backyard, fell into a hole from an unfinished repair, and broke her hip, which will require surgery. The homeowner was aware of the hole and meant to have it filled, but did not get to it before the guest's arrival. Unfortunately, the homeowner's insurance has an exclusion for renting the home. Can you ask your lawyer friend if there's anything they can do? Now, it seems really modern and very confusing to me, but I bet you've dealt with this kind of thing already.
Well, and that's the reason we always discuss it's so important to immediately contact an experienced personal injury lawyer.
Right.
Because we know that when Airbnb is involved, there's $1 million liability policy.
Aha.
So the fact that the homeowner didn't have insurance, we could still proceed because Airbnb's $1 million policy will provide coverage for this very significant injury.
I see. So if you rent out your home and you don't have your insurance cover that appropriately, there is a fallback, so to speak, from Airbnb.
Exactly.
Okay.
Airbnb, as I said, provides $1 million worth of coverage as long as the homeowner leases it through Airbnb. In other words, if they leased it directly without going through Airbnb, that coverage wouldn't apply.
I see what you're saying. Well, this is going to be a fairly substantial injury for an elderly person with a broken hip. There's a lot of recovery. I imagine pain and suffering would figure into this.
There's a tremendous amount of pain and suffering. And unfortunately, falls for the elderly with broken hips are one of the chief causes of death for the elderly.
Mm-hmm. And we're certainly hoping that she'll be able to survive the necessary surgery and recovery, but then it's a long road back, and that's where something like this comes in, some help from a legal professional.
Exactly. They need a legal professional that can help them, guide them through this legal maze.
Because you're talking about some fairly big companies here, Airbnb and whatever insurance company or insurance companies represent them. That's nothing you can take on by yourself. Bruce, I believe this definitely shines a little bit of a light on the situation, makes it a little bit better, if you will, even though there's a long road to recovery. Thank you so much for helping us kind of weed through this.
Oh, thank you, Todd, and thanks for providing me with another challenging question, and I certainly look forward to next Wednesday.
As do I, as does everybody listening at Kicks Country 92.9. Thank you so much, and have a great week.
Okay, take care, Todd.
Bye-bye. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up again for Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured, and Ask the Lawyer. Now, if you find yourself facing a similar situation, you can, of course, send a question in if you'd like for consideration for a future show. Now, what you need to do is go to the website and type the keyword Bruce into the search box to do that. But something like this, pretty serious. I'd recommend you get a hold of the Port Charlotte office of Associates and Bruce L. Scheiner, and do it soon. 941-743-7777. 941-743-7777. Tell them that Todd Matthews sent you from Kicks Country 92.9.